Guys, another Adonis review for the day. Today will kind of be a twofer. I'm gonna do Dawn of Ragnarok, the DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, along with the new Forgotten. What is it? The Forgotten Saga free update thingy that they've added. It's basically the biggest update so far for Assassin's Creed. But what they really mean is the biggest free update ever. Obviously, Dawn of Ragnarok was the biggest update they've ever had. And the reason I'm doing two of them today is mainly because I deleted Dawn of Ragnarok. Assassin's Creed kind of fucks me good, I'd say, because they have been really good, with Valhalla giving it updates, but their updates they give are, obviously spaced out away from each other. So typically, what ends up happening is that I download, I have Assassin's Creed on here. I beat something, I maybe keep it, for a month or two, expecting that I will, play it again or do something more with it. But then I get a new game, obviously, to do a review, and there hasn't been an update in a while for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so eventually I end up deleting it. And then, I literally live in a cycle where every like 2 or 3 months I have to re-download Valhalla because they will come out with something new, which is nice, but and it'll happen again. I know for a fact. Right now, I'll think this free update's the last thing, and I'll beat it and get my full use out of it. And in 3 months, they'll come out with something new, which is nice. But I don't know. I wish they gave better warning of when, months ahead of time, how many updates they plan to do, so I would know to try to keep it on, not waste my internet. So anywho, so I deleted Dawn of Ragnarok before I can kind of review it. I don't know why I spaced it at the time. I could have easily done it, but maybe you're seeing the free update and you like the word free, so you're getting back into Valhalla because it's free, and maybe you have a good time and you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to maybe get Dawn of Ragnarok. I've enjoyed Valhalla so much and this free stuff, and that I'm willing to invest money now into it to enjoy it more. So I'll quickly just kind of go over Dawn of Ragnarok and tell you if it's worth it. Or maybe I'll just go over this, the Forgotten Saga. Maybe you're here for this. This is most newest, and this is the quickest thing to explain. Now, I'm kind of mixed feelings, or I had original mixed feelings about this free update. I didn't really know what it was, when they first mentioned it, even after watching a few videos. But I guess I thought I knew what it was, and then I thought I was wrong, and maybe it would be better than what it was, and I think basically right about it. But even though I was right about it, I feel like I gave it too little credit. Because when I saw the trailers for it, I'm like, okay, so it's just I don't know, like a horde mode, like a Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla version of a horde mode, where basically you start off, with basically whatever equipment they decide to give you. You could get lucky, maybe get something dope. You can get unlucky and get shit you don't care about. But it could be anything basically. And then you basically fight, random areas of villains, and every time you fight them, there's like a chest in the middle. Like right now, you'll see a chest right there. That chest unlocks itself once you beat the area, and you can get equipment from it. Maybe the equipment could be a boost in your ability, a boost in your health, a different weapon. Right now, it just gave me tokens, or basically like the currency of the game, because there are vendors basically, or salesmen scattered around the world, and they essentially, you can buy stuff off of them too as well to kind of get better equipment. But essentially, the game mode in a nutshell is, you kind of traverse area to area, fighting people, and then as you traverse, you unlock better weapons and better abilities and better powers and better health and so forth and so on, until and use that to defeat people easier and easier, and that's essentially it. Now, that's kind of like, for me, a give and take in love, because, you know, when I get DLC, I love, you know, I mean, I kind of want like a story mode to it. I guess they've kind of added a story mode to it where you're trying to like track down hell, and, you know, basically, what the fuck? I usually just curve stomper. You're essentially trying to track down hell. I think, you know, that's the goddess of death from fucking Thor Ragnarok, the movie. I'm pretty sure it's, you know, her, but obviously the more truer version, the mythology version of it. And we kill her, but she's set, you know, waves of people in her land to kill you. I think you're in Niflheim, the ice giant's realm. At least that's what you start off at. And essentially, and so you have to go through all these waves to finally get to her, and essentially you go stage by stage. You know, you'll fight a horde of people, you know, slowly upgrade yourself, and then you fight a boss, and then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then if you die, eventually, see, these are certain powers you can get. So this one are basically ability powers. So, you know, the R2, you know, button skills that allow you to do kind of a special. Or I can get coins, which allow me to spend them at vendors to buy something maybe more to my liking, because they'll have health upgrades or whatever. I don't really like these. I enjoy it, and I already have a good one. So I'll probably just take the coins so I can get something more to my liking later. Anyway, so you basically do that, rinse and repeat, and then until, I don't know, hopefully you get to a final boss and you kill hell, maybe. I haven't gotten there yet. But like I said, you know, I was kind of first didn't really care about the mode, even for free. I like stories, one of my favorite DLCs. And if you didn't know about this, and like I said, you're getting back into this, they have a DLC that's pretty awesome. It is free if you go into the store, and basically it allows you to kind of connect with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So if you have Odyssey as well, it's a twofer. There are 2 free map modes. You know, you get basically a whole new area in Valhalla, and you go get a whole new area in Odyssey. You have it. You need to put both in and play both of them separately. And each side basically has you know, you meeting. You know, it has Eivor meeting, you know, Cassandra or whatever, and they kind of help each other, because obviously in Odyssey, Cassandra or Alexio, however you played it, I played Alexio. You know, he's like eternal. He like lives for forever. So eventually he lives long enough to meet fucking Eivor, and they help each other. And so you get kind of it's kind of like just like a long mission. It's not like a full out fleshed out thing, but it's like a long mission for both of them. Again, with their own little map worlds and tiny little side quest missions with it. And it's completely free. So that was kind of cool. Like, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was nice. It was nice to have both the characters meet and get to know them. And that's kind of what I was hoping here. But this is more of a, like I said, just kind of a horde mode or survival mode, where you just kind of try to get as far as you can, and you know, slowly level yourself up. But it is kind of fun. I thought I wouldn't like it that much, because I could kind of care less about survival modes, if I'm being honest with myself. But it is kind of cool. You know, you do kind of quickly get better weapons and whatnot, and, you know, to change up your playstyle to kind of keep it fresh and entertaining. So that's what you get. If you want to know kind of what to expect from it, that's it. Now, with that being said, kind of moving on to Dawn of Ragnarok. You know, the first Forgotten Saga, like I said, is free. Dawn of Ragnarok is not free. It's typically $40. You can normally get it on sale. I mean, I've seen it on sale, but I don't think it's been lower than $20. You know, it's been like, what, like 5 months around since it came out. Now, when we're talking about the worthiness of it, you know, it's tough for a lot of people to spend $40 on an add-on. You know, but that is kind of, like I said, you know, for Destiny, for example, and for most things, you know, the world has basically moved on to $40, you know, DLC type add-ons, where you get like a new story added onto the game, or you pay, you know, for a battle pass, essentially, you know, pay $10, you know, every 2 months or whatever, you know, and that's basically the world. So look, I can get an upgrade now for free, and one of my upgrades is a mythical two-handed, is it spear? Can't even fucking tell. Auger, but I'll take that and trade my sword for it. I like it. Oh, it's a fucking axe. Whatever. My sword was pretty useful, I'm not gonna lie, but this is mythical, it's higher level. It'll be funner to use. And then I got my, yeah, oh well. So anyway, back to Dawn of Ragnarok. So it is tougher for people to spend more money on it. You know, we've come to that conclusion. But with that being said, you know, is it worth it? I'd say it's. I mean, $40. You know, if you love this game, $40 is definitely worth it. And if you love it, you probably have already bought it. But like I said, some people are against it. I would say that it is worth at least $20. You know, if you got it for 20, it's definitely worth it. But basically, what you're getting in that one, it's not. The concept behind Dawn of Ragnarok is sick as fuck. I mean, it looks really awesome. You know, you're basically into essentially a whole new map that they've added. And the map, of course, has again its whole new areas to kind of explore with little side missions and stuff. Now, the side missions could have been more. It was pretty quick to kind of cut through it, which I kind of was upset about, you know, because they really hyped it up that it was going to be, I don't know, you know, like it's kind of like $40. This is the first, you know, like this is the standalone kind of add-on, you know, like, it's not a part of the DLC that you first bought, so like getting to buy separately. So, you know, if you're gonna have a whole new map and a whole new world, you know, they could have definitely added more, you know, just kind of side, what we call world events or whatever. They could have definitely added more world events, and they didn't. There wasn't that many. You know, once you get kind of past the main story, there's not that much content, which is what Valhalla Assassin's Creed is known for. It's known for that. So, you know, it was kind of shocking. Plus, you know, the thing that I've noticed about a lot of the DLC, you know, when it comes to DLC for Assassin's Creed, I've noticed that fucking Odyssey is by, you know, hands down my favorite DLC. You know, like I just feel like it really gave you a nice change of pace from what you got from the normal game. And I love the normal game's islands and maps and stuff, but you know, it really changed it up. You know, like allowing you to go to Hades and allowing you to go to Atlantis and whatnot, and you know, and then the Elysium. You know, just completely different maps, completely different vibes. You know, I loved it. But with every DLC you kind of get in Valhalla, I mean, it just seems like a different area of England that they've kind of stretched out, which is my biggest gripe with it, is that the maps kind of seem, you know, like, again, something you've seen already in the game. It's not really that big of a difference. Wrath of Druids, which takes place in Ireland, is just like more grass fields rather than hay or taller stuff, you know, or shrubbage. You know, Siege of Paris is just like a typical, you know, London fucking city. Nothing special about that. And that's the same thing with Dawn of Ragnarok. It's supposed to be like a mythical land that you're in, but the only thing really mythical about it is that there's like giant floating like rock comets in the air, kind of, that you can kind of get to and fight lava monster people in, and that's kind of the most mythical thing about it. But you know, beyond the land not being as cool and exciting as maybe Odyssey's land, the cooler thing about Dawn of Ragnarok is that you get basically a slew of powers, you know, where you can kind of teleport to things, you can turn into a raven, you can turn people into ice, you know, you can kind of walk on lava, shit like that. And a lot of these powers you'll need to, you know, certainly just get through certain like puzzles kind of that they set around the map. So that's like, you know, one use of it. And usually you can have two abilities at one time. I think eventually you can kind of upgrade it. I forgot exactly how it goes and how much you can do, but eventually you can upgrade it, and you know, to maybe we can do multiple powers, and obviously we do the powers for longer times and whatnot. Like for me, you know, turning into a raven was kind of like a must-have power, just to be able to fly around, traverse easier. So it's a power I had a lot of the time, and also like kind of turning into a lava man was also kind of a really convenient power that I kind of always kept around me. So that's kind of the biggest draw to it. But like I said, they do have a pretty neat story to it, and with a good ending. So they do definitely deliver in that front, which is nice. You know, so for you having to pay such a kind of high value price for it, you know, do they give like because if you think about the price, like I paid more for Dawn of Ragnarok than I ended up paying for Valhalla, and Valhalla was a hundred and I put probably 150 hours into Valhalla. I think that might have been after. I think that actually might have been before all the DLCs too. Maybe I had one of them, but 150 hours, over 100 hours playing fucking Valhalla, and then I'm playing maybe it was like 20 hours. Maybe I got to 30 hours in Dawn of Ragnarok, and I paid more for it. I paid $40 for it. Well, I paid $35 for Valhalla. Very quickly after it came out. Because Ubisoft games, they go down in price fast after they come out. You can almost get any Ubisoft game for like 35, $40. A month or two after it comes out. That's just because they just make so many copies of it. So the fact that I paid more and basically, just got a very short, contained story is kind of upsetting. Like I said, I do think it would be better priced at like $20, but then again, $40 isn't unreasonable nowadays. It's not, going to break your bank having, spending $40. So, so it is worth it. It is a nice addition. It is fun for what it is. Like I said, the things that could be better is they could have definitely made the land more exotic and cool and unique. But I mean, beyond that, it's a fun mode. I think if you haven't bought it and you enjoy this, you'll definitely enjoy it. Like I said, if you can get it, $20 would be a steal. $30 would probably be the fairest price that you actually probably see it at, most likely, and where I say you should buy it. If you can't find it for 20, if you can find it for 30, just get it. If you like this game, if you like this DLC and you want to keep going, $30 is fair price to get it for. $40, like I said, it is fair, but it's going to hurt a little bit more, but it's not an unreasonable thing to ask for. So I hope that helps you guys out, kind of, in figuring out what those modes will offer you and how much it'll be worth it. Beyond that, I'll catch you guys later.